of the, a lot of stuff he was saying. He didn't think how people would take it, probably. You know how me, where I'm like, why are you getting upset? Or, hmm yes. 7-foot brain rides along his back, and he calls your name. All fades to black when he sees your name. That's all the thing. And just like he said, it disappeared now. Look. And they blame so much, they don't think about, oh, it was going to happen anyway. Someday be mine. He told me the sign. He told me that in life had a dream. I'm talking now. It drove to another, like I hear him now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like, no, like, I wonder how does she feel, like, with everybody, like, she hears everything, but why does she, like, not, I guess, do they think? I'm on Facebook. I just started. I mean, yeah, that is the truth. She hears everything. You ain't lying. And then even I mean, maybe, I guess she's like, oh God, I did, the paranoia of like, well, I look at it like she was like, oh God, I did the same thing. I talked about them, and now, like, look what's happening. That's what I got out of it. Not, but I don't know what they were, how, you were supposed to take it. But that's how I took it. Not that, oh, like, everybody's like freaking out. Good time. I took souls and roses, through the files, through the dials. I think that what there's nothing. What do I do with in the moment? What would I do if I was what would I do if I did what I was feeling in the moment? No need to be perfect. Just need to be. What else can I do? Deliver some new. Huh? A hurricane is under. Let's go. Da, 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 da. I turn this down before my video gets taken down. I've been trying to figure out what I can get away with Facebook, and you know, because I get tired with Facebook. I want to listen to music, but they're really strict with their policy. And sometimes I'll be listening to it through Amazon on Amazon's cancel. But I've been seeing what I can get away with, and it's pretty H core about catching stuff. Bum, ba 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 ba. I never let nobody like you. Love me. It's true. They don't do my tummy the way you do. Never let somebody like you. I never love the outside, all night. I never love the outside, the never love my, oh my, never love the side, outside, outside, never love my, oh, 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 hold on. Da, 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 da. Never the love is mine, oh my, oh my. Never the love inside, outside, outside. Never you back, outside, outside. Never the love inside, or die, or like you, like you, you. Never tell me the way you do. Yeah. Give me a home and a personal ways. Mm. Whoa. So magical. Magical. We on our way. Jackson was like, but she's not a grown up. I was like, well, she was just saying he has trouble making connections hardcore, I think, like me. Sometimes he'll be like so off in the wrong field. He'll be like, oh, hand me the vape when you get the chance. Wouldn't you say he's the worst one about like confusing who's talking to who? Like he'll get like emotionally riled up, and it's like I wasn't talking. Even when it's like, how did you think I was talking? Like. But knowing me, I'm like, oh, grandkid roundup. Huh? Yeah. He's funny. He already like stops you. I know. I know. Sometimes like let Daddy sing. He likes to sing. But Warren, I don't know. I really wonder if he started doing that because he used to like singing. No, I think he associated that with CT, looking at how the things that they don't like now, and like Xander doesn't draw anymore. Have you noticed that? He doesn't want to draw. Like I try to get him to draw, he's like, no. So I think it's some sort of association because I don't know how to get that boy to draw again. Every time I bring it up, even when on the iPad, yesterday I was like, y'all can draw on the iPad, and he was like, nope. Yeah, that's just I think because it's been mostly positive. Like, no, I'm like Freud, man. I look at stuff on a Freud level. Like, I wish I didn't all the time, but I can't unsee like correlations. And with my memory, I'm like, it's bad. I'm always psychoanalyzing, but it helps me understand though. It's not that it's bad; it's just tiring. I'm kind of like, can't I just see it in a simple like way, brain? But my brain's like, nah, I'm putting the pieces together. Can't you not put the pieces together for a little bit, brain? Like, I can't make this switch blue. I can't take another night up to my room, waiting for a miracle. I can't leave broken. I was trying to analyze Encanto characters to see if each of them represented a specific type of mental illness, like Winnie the Pooh. Like the controlling the weather woman, she was sticking out to me, and I was like, does she represent like manic, like bipolar, or like emotional instability? Yeah, emotional instability. Like, and hey, dude, how you doing? They're overblown. Yeah, yeah. That's what got me to thinking with what you were saying. Like, does she represent a mood disorder? And Louisa, represents almost paranoia and like just workaholic. Yeah, but I'm talking about mental health issues. She is like, yeah, and I'm thinking on that level, yeah, and I'm like, what does that trying to say with how it manifests? I am doing pretty good. I'm unwinding after we took our boys, me and my husband took our boys to the trampoline park, and it was nice, but it's just like, just drawing to unwind currently. Now I'm drawing Bruno. I'm the smart one. I'm the toughest. Dun, dun, dun. Louisa is my girl. Like, yeah. It was happy. Hard the work is at a rough, indestructible surface. Diamonds and platinum and find them and flat them. Taking them and I'm drinking with landing, but under the surface, the filters. She feels berserk as a tightrope walker in a three-ring circus. Under the surface, was Hercules ever like? Yeah, it's just like, look at the pressure. She's pretty. Yeah, and it's like pressure chips away at her like ability, her sanity, essentially. You recently got COVID. How are you feeling after COVID? I had COVID after I had my hysterectomy. I actually got COVID after being so careful. I got COVID when I had my surgery back in January. And then my family got it. At least my husband got it. Did you ever have a positive test or you just felt it? But it was just like, COVID scares me with like what's going on. It's like everything's so weak right now from freaking COVID. You were right though, Ryan. You were like, you're gonna get it. Like, when COVID first came out, I was so afraid. But you were like, you're gonna get it. And that scared me. Like, we're gonna get it. It sounds like we can't escape it. That's what you were saying. Really? Yeah. Oh yeah, the isolation of COVID is just like, I mean, really the isolation is what is most harmful because even if don't end up in the hospital with it, you still have to like, yeah, isolate. Mental health is a hot mess. Oh oh. Mm-hmm. Huh? What?
It's like give it to your sister and never wonder if the same pressure would have pulled you up.
Nobody can
Like
do it
nobody
but
checking
her.
out.
That
Or
just
like nobody looking after her. Nobody even being like, oh man, she's taking out.
it resonates with me.
I guess so.
And see, I guess that's why understanding your like now that I understand my trauma, like just from life, being neurodivergent essentially and everything that happened. Um no, that's why media rewatching it and listening to it, it makes so much sense. It was a song called Adam Song by Blink 182. And it was about a kid who took his life. And like it was like the apple juice. You know, you remember the time I spilled the apple juice? I'm sorry, mom. It's not my fault. That to me speaks on how long kids hold on to like little things. And they think they don't understand when you're upset. They just see you upset, so they associate things that they did. No, no, you need to really rewatch a canto essentially. Like it lines up with like our understanding of our own selves and family. Your name it all fist in black. Oh, hold on, I gotta rewind this song. Don't talk about Bruno, no. Oh yeah, schools are yeah. Your school is probably like struggling so hard, and then yeah, they focus on the staff, but then they're like, what about the kids? Yeah, she is. No, they present her as the only thing I caught was like, it's so the husband trying to soothe her, but no, she is actually pretty. Are you telling a story, or am I like But it doesn't seem that way just listening to the song, but really listening to the lyrics, it's like, what? Well, look, I'm glad that you are handling your COVID, as well as you can be. What am I drawing? I will show you. We don't talk about Bruno. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bruno. He told me the fish will die next day dead. And it's like the townspeople were very unaware of, I guess, the household,
They can't cross them.
Huh?
They can't cross them.
Oh, no, no, we talked about this. He told me, this is who I'm drawing. I am drawing Signor Bruno. What does Bruno mean, by the way? For Luca to say Silencio Bruno and for. I was just curious.
Yeah. No, I think that's a coincidence.
I didn't know if it was like linked or, since they both were like kind of speaking on relationships, people.
The interesting. But
That's why I was asking. Like, is there meaning to Bruno and the Hispanic cultures or something? Or like, overseas? Because I feel like, yeah, why Bruno? See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm sorry. Wording's so hard with me.
I think it's just a coincidence, but maybe there's something.
Really. I love Encanto. Like Encanto to me is a great movie. because it talks about, it just speaks on family dynamics and how, like, trauma goes through families, and um how you have to heal by like being strong enough to confront, whatever or whoever like harmed you or is harming your family. Like, I love it. I don't really like the song though. It sucks. It does not have a a listenable soundtrack because it's like four songs. One, two, three, four songs, yeah, that I like out of a. Those are not, but I don't like that because I like the soundtrack to like, play. And it's only four songs, and I'm having a. This is home to every generation. Mm-hmm. Whoa, umbrella on this show. So I wish you could do psychiatry without diagnosis. Just like, you have these tendencies. Not a solid, you are this, but you are these things. And it's psychiatry and therapy should not be separate, because how can you just medicate without addressing the issue, I guess? I think that's the fault in our system, regardless of like, the whole sensitivity thing being left out, is the separation of psychiatry and therapy. Because seeing myself and how they threw pills at me, but then after my autism diagnosis, when I learned myself and then addressed my trauma, how much better I'm doing, I'm like, the system is messed up. And it's because of insurance. They gotta bill it and they don't have enough time. I realized, Ryan, when the doctors were saying my issues were stress, they weren't wrong, but it's just they were just so burnt out probably by cases like mine where they know like how much stress affects the body, because doctors aren't unaware of stress. They were probably just projecting their frustrations onto me. Wait, like, I'm wasting their time because they know they can't do anything. Dr. Leffler was special because he said he believed that I was in pain, and okay, dude, I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's hard for me to split my attention now because how tired I am. But thank you for coming by. I always like seeing your face. You take care of yourself, get some rest, heal up. And you know what? It's like, this is kind of like what I was talking about, how families, they're named, as the family, the magic family, the magical family, and they own everything. People think they're doing so good, but look at everything they're struggling with. No, Encanto is beautiful. And it's kind of like how Dr. Seuss was able to tell stories without telling the exact story. They used Hispanic culture, I think, to kind of distance, because if they would have did an American culture, the media would have just chewed it up. Yes. Why was Turning Red a Asian culture? Look at, it's like people looking at like going on Reddit and how easily these demographics get riled up. You have to tell a story without, like Dr. Seuss. He was telling the story of racism with Sneetches. I looked at him. He does not name things specifically, but we know exactly what he's talking about. And I think that bypasses the emotional response of people so they can actually receive it. Does that make sense? Like if it was a mirror and people didn't like what they saw in the mirror, they would react, right? But if it's more like a window, people will look in and like what's your opinion on it?
Good story.
Mm-hmm.
Good lessons. It can't be too honest because then people feel like they're getting preached to.
I mean, you said the same thing I said. The emotion. Like, why do they, when they feel like they're getting preached to, they get emotional?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is like same.
Yeah, that's why I use the window and a mirror metaphor, right?
Yeah.
When you look in,
People
they don't like to see themselves in their flaws. They
they
have,
don't like to feel like you're just coming
I think that's my flaw in the subreddit. Even though I was being genuine in like what I was talking about, and even though it was my experience, they didn't want to hear it. It's just like, why was you got Luca telling the story, you know? And maybe it's why Princess and the Frog didn't go that direction, looking at how that would have been a mirror in this country. And they didn't address trauma as much, you know. They hinted at her daddy died. But, it wasn't very emotionally deep. But it was also like, it came out in college. So times have changed. But no, I think it's intentional. They've started using different cultures, like Moana. I think it started with Moana. Moana was about like Tahiti to me. The oh, it's 4 o'clock. Tahiti. What was she? She was a beautiful woman, a goddess, and she turned. They stole her heart, and she turned into the monster. And it was like, I'm trying to think because this I haven't really thought.
Yeah, I mean,